Discovery, go at throttle up. 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 Discovery, go at throttle up.
I don't. Do you just 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10? All right, I'll take it. I don't know what I should do. Should I just keep going or? I don't know what to do. It's just I'm just gonna keep doing this.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Now, I keep forgetting to learn how to play it, man. Freestyle it.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
All right, one more, and then we'll go.
Discovery, go at throttle up. 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 Discovery, go at throttle up.
Oh, jeez, you guys keep wanting me.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Crank the dudes to 11. Major surgery recovery is rough over here. Oh, okay. Midge, good night. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu, Miju-chan.
Discovery, go at throttle up. Discovery, go at throttle up. Discovery, go at throttle up.
Okay, that's enough.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Rock and roll. That's right. Oh, you know what? Can I do one more? Can I do one?
Discovery, go and
One
throttle
more.
up.
One more. Hey, I gotta figure it out.
Discovery, go and throttle up. Discovery, go and throttle up. Discovery, go and throttle up.
Love
Discovery, go and throttle up.
gun! Ah, Mr. Stroop! Stroop waffle alert! Hello, Mr. Stroop! What's up, man? Alright, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. We're under the cities category, guys. Hold on. Love gun! Love gun! Alright. Hello. Hello. How are you? I'm under the cities category. That's what we're under right now. But the new version of Kerbal is out. And the meme lord is... Oh. What the frick? At least 38 gifted subs. You guys are the best. I didn't even do anything. Wait, new hotfix. I guess it just came out, but also there's the... Oh! What the frick? Did you see this? Did you see Scott Manley's video about the ISS that did a full flip? Do a flip, bro. Do a flip. Excited Dutch noises. Dude, that is an absolute unit. Look at that thing. Those grid fins are as big as a truck. 29 engines installed in one night, bro. What is even happening? It's just a grain silo? But it's a grain silo that's got a little bit of firepower under the hood, okay? It's got a little bit more horsepower. I retweeted them, Sneaky. I saw the photos yesterday. Also, Starliner got scrubbed. They found an open valve in the service module that wasn't supposed to be open. Don't worry, everything's fine. The vehicle's okay, but they did find a... Yeah, they were like, it's not supposed to be like that. And, you know, in Kerbal, we just say send it. In real life, though, you don't do that. Sleeper grain silo. Yep. Do we have Starship versus Falcon fin size? It's about a sixth, maybe? No, maybe about a quarter. Quarter of the size, I think. Nah, actually, probably... Nah, I don't know, dude. Those grid fins might be 4 of those squares, dude. I don't know. I'd have to kind of measure it. Falcon 9 DQ'd. Or was it DQ'd because it doesn't have enough fuel inside of it, Tessa? Or maybe it doesn't know the difference between the gas pedal and the brake pedal going into turn 1. Max knows. Yes, I do not know which pedal. Oh, I drove up someone's tailpipe. Oh, no. Bro. I watched the start and I went, I'm going back to sleep. Oh my goodness, man. Some of these pictures. Dude. What the what is this? How did we get here? Ha! Yeah, I have nuclear. It's just here, have car. Oh my goodness. Dude, that grid fin is not small. Yeah, the scale is, Pulse. It's hard. Dude, I don't even know what to say here. That is what the frick? What the what? How are they going to launch SN20 and BN4 together? They're going to put it on here and kind of go. New Reliant and Swivel. What? Really? Wow. Yeah. You got... Dude. Oh my goodness. How did we... That's why I tweeted that yesterday. How did we get here? I mean, this is just a Photoshop picture. This is just a Photoshop picture. No, Tessa, dude. I think Jeremy put it the best. Hold on, what was this tweet? I forgot. Hold on. I watched Lockdown too. It was fantastic. Yeah. There's that one. Oh, man. Welcome to the future. Indeed. Indeed. I said I'd root... After he left Ferrari, man, I said I'd root for him no matter what he was doing. Because he is insanely good. That reply is cringe. It's Twitter, bro. It's Twitter. There are people that are straight up like, no, Lewis Hamilton hasn't won 7 championships. It's fraudulent. And I'm like... What? Ground anchors are here. Ooh, your KSP project. Got it back to 14,000 with a Weasley. Oh, I know, man. I was watching. Yeah, bro, why do you think I was late to the stream? Look, I was watching. Look, I even have the freaking chat open since freaking... See what I'm talking about? I've had the chat open for a while. I was watching, man. I was like, you too. I had you. I had a bunch of other people open, dude. That's how I start my mornings. You should check out the live stream for NASA spaceflight right now. Bandit, that's just increasingly becoming the thing that I should do. That was me missing the pedal cam. Wow. It keeps going and going and going and going. Nothing outlasts the... Oh!
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Did you hear that Flight Sim is broken? The new patch screwed it up. No? Did you see the Elon tweet regarding the arms? Yeah, I think I'm up to date with all the... Yeah, the reply to ERCX. This one. I see why they... Okay. I just want to... No, I don't want to connect with you. I just want to see the tweets. There we go. Come on, Jeff. Get him. That's crazy, dude. All right, hold on. Yeah, Urkex posted this. Check this out. This beat is so dirty, I need a freaking roto-rooter. It clogged my pipes. I know, it's Cyberpunk. It's fine, dude. When the Doom music hits. Well, I mean, Keith, we're gonna see that, dude. Did you hear, Keith? Did you hear about that U.S. Transcom wants to use starships as drop pods? Did you read about that? Tell me you read about that. Clayton, hey, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, man. Primo and I watched this last night. Thanks for space. It's true, man. I didn't read about that. Oh yeah, you guys missed that one? Oh yeah, Starship drop pods, man. No, I'm not kidding. Go look it up. Ah, no spoilers. How is that spoiling anything? I thought of that meme format the second I saw it. It's still funny. Dude, every time I watch a new episode of Grand Tour, I'm reminded why I'm not watching Top Gear. I love the ending. The ending kind of pissed me off, but also at the same time.
Discovery.
Ground anchors are added. Oh boy. Those cars were money. They were, Bandit. Don't say what cars. Don't say what cars. Just say which host. If you want to talk about the cars, that's fine, but we don't want to spoil it for people. So I understand. Just say, you know, oh, I want James May's car. Because that's the one that I want. I'm serious. No, not Jeremy's. Richard's is cool, but that's, dude. You like Hammond's car? Yeah. No, I'm with you on that one. What's up, Wheat? Not in that color, I hope. James's car? Yeah, dude, just like that. Just like that, with that interior, dude, I would drive that. You do not do what he did to that car with that car. You don't do that, okay? You just don't. It's fine the way it is. It's fine the way it is. It's like a DB5. You just don't do anything with it. You don't need to do anything to it. Is Tori nodding new? Huh? Oh, no, that's been there for a while. Yeah, I switched to a more normie schedule. It's not bad. All right, so I said we were going to play cities today, so we'll play some cities today. Even for a little bit. We have to play. I want to play some cities. There's a new turning tool in there, and then we're gonna, yeah, we got to see those. I'm gonna check out the ground anchors and all the new stuff for Kerbal. There's a new tool, Wheat, that, from what I can tell, it uses the geometric. Sneaky, just link the plugin. Just link the plugin. What about Hammond? Hammond's camper? I never liked the camper ones, man. Yeah, network multi-tools. There it is. I gotta get that like right now. Workshop. Network. That's not how you spell network. That's not how you spell net. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. Cities! Check this out. So this measures, from what I understand, that's how real like on-ramps are surveyed. They have a center point and they radius the center point, and that's how they do that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I want to subscribe to that. That's pretty neat. All right, let's go. Perfect slopes too. Oh, me gusta. Need that for the Minecraft highway. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Tessa, that's the thing. We had small cars like that. A Chevy Corvair could get in there and do that. The cars from the show are not performance vehicles. The cars from they ain't performance vehicles, man. Those are luxury coupes. Those are designed for the ride, man. In fact, James May will never admit it, but that's the kind of car that he likes. A car that's designed for the road. It's not designed for the bloody Nürburgring. And I agree with, you know what's messed up, Tessa? I agree with him on that. It's a datum point. Yep. Is this a VOD? No. Really, Tessa? Interesting. Dude, when they were in the part where they were crossing the bridges, I won't say which bridges, but I was like, oh, I know those bridges, and I know those bridges because of... I know those bridges. I don't want to say where they are. Plane. What's that, Thomas? Anyone guess what plane is? Super Guppy. Super Guppy, brosif. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, friends, I hope you're doing well. What's up, Sneaky? NSF feed, bros. Holy Nikes. Stormcrasher, are you here? I want the Raptor engine that says RB26 on it. Nice, Tessa. I want the one that says RB26 on it, man. Or RB6. RB6 would also be acceptable. Holy crap. Yeah, I know, Bandit, right? Frick me, dude. That thing is gigantic. Aren't these engines just going to destroy the pad? Yes? Raised, I'm much more... What about a Gallo 24? Oh, yeah. No, that's a really good motor for Skylines, Kamikaze. Yeah. That's a really good motor. The Gallo 12s were good, but the Gallo 24s, man. Friggin' mint, dude. Oh. The Chrysler Sunbeam. Yeah, okay. That's a okay. EPCOT is back. Yeah, I need to build the theme park, and then we still need to build the airport. I don't know how the heck they're going to keep the, how are they going to keep the heat down with that many motors? See, the N1 didn't have to worry so much about heat because the motors are spread apart from each other. How do you keep the heat down on that many engines, that close to each other? You forgot to enable the new tool mod? You're a tool. Tessa, my favorite part of Lockdown was when they were watching Goodwood. Because we watched that race, dude. Do you remember? We watched that race. I had that up on... I didn't have it up on stream, but I had it in the background, dude. We watched that race. I remember watching that damn Galaxy. That was cool, man. Oh, it made me so happy. I'm like, yes. And Brimo was watching it with me, and she goes, oh, that's why you like old car racing. I'm like, yeah, yes, yes. What City Skylines? It's a city building game. All right, what do we want? Where is it? Yes, I do read it. Jack, more people read that thing than I thought. Oh, sorry. Oh. Many different tools for working with networks. Oh boy. I'm a tool, so this tool is right for me. I don't need a traffic manager, dude. I try to figure out the stock AI because I like torturing myself. Have you seen Santa Fe 2926 coming back to life? Steam engine? Steam engine? I like trains. Oh. Wait a minute. Yes. Yes! It's alive! It's alive! I didn't know about this. Oh, look at it. It's terrific. Oh, it's a beast. I love it. We should restore more of these. What is it, a 484? 484. Oh, look at it. She's friggin' beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yep. So, interesting thing. You want to nerd out about trains? Look at how big the wheels are. Look at how big the drive wheels are. And look at the dude on the left side of the screen. The drive wheels are 6 feet tall. They're 6 feet. Do you know why? Who knows why the drive wheels are so tall? On the big boy, which is a 4884, they're not as tall. They're like 2/3 the diameter. Too much torque? More torque. That's right. That's right. When you have more drive wheels like a 4884 articulated, you don't need to make the wheel diameter as big. Those engines right there, a 484 engine was designed for medium distances. So it was pulling a fairly decent sized train. So you need a bigger wheel to get that, to push to get the drive. It's kind of like gearing. Exactly. Yep. Good job, guys. Yeah, those engines are sick, man. 844, the Union Pacific 844 is like that. And the Mallard is like that too, actually. That's freaking sick, dude. Oh, man, look at the crankshaft is unbelievable. That crankshaft's bigger than my head, 2 times over. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, so cool. So damn cool. I didn't know about that. Who restored it? It was the New Mexico Steam Locomotive Railroad Historical Society. It's a former ATSF 484 steam locomotive 2926. Moved under her own power for the first time since 1954. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I gotta read more about that. Please check this rare video from 1 minute onwards, okay? Oh, don't link me G-Tels, man. Don't link me the damn G-Tel. I won't do anything else for the rest of the day. Are they doing passenger rides? Well, no. That one is for a historic railroad, I think. But the cool thing is that frick me. The cool thing is that Union Pacific, the big boy 4014, they pushed it in. They're gonna push it into service. They haven't done it yet, but they restored the 4884 articulated. See, the drive wheels aren't as big on these things. They restored it, and they're gonna put it. They're gonna have it move payload around. They're gonna put it into service. Right now, it's still doing an exhibition tour, but 4014 is going to move freight. That's the plan, from what I understand, which is just amazing. I mean, and I could be wrong on that one, but I'm pretty damn sure they're gonna move freight with this thing. I mean, it makes 6,000 horsepower. 6,000 horsepower. Hey, Tog, what's going on? Good to see you, too. The turbo supercharger. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, it's just all good things. All good things. How Chad does one have to be to put this train back into service? This is the absolute Chad of a train. 6,000 horsepower. Guys, it has 600 kilonewtons of tractive effort. That steam engine is almost as powerful as a Merlin 1D engine in terms of, I mean, well, you're measuring tractive effort in kilonewtons, and rockets are measured, their thrust is measured in kilonewtons. That thing almost has as much power as a Merlin engine, which is ridiculous. So, like, if you put a Merlin engine at the front of the train and fired it, it could pull, right? That thing can do what a Merlin engine can do. It has almost the same amount of thrust, which is unbelievable. But EJ, my environment, the steam engines are super efficient. They're super efficient. They're more efficient than diesel engines. Give me my environment stuff. I know it's rotating caps, but you know, you had that was a soft tap. But I got the layup, all right, and the assist. Basketball terms. Steam engines are really, really super efficient. I mean, yeah, the reason why we don't use them anymore is because they're complicated. All the moving bits are on the outside. That's complicated. So 7 of them could fly a Falcon 9? 7 of them, well, IQ2, 7 of them could pull. 7 big boys could pull a fully fueled Falcon 9 with fully fueled upper stage and payload. Actually, 9 of them, but yeah, pretty cool, huh? And they keep exploding? Steam engines don't. Yeah. Steam engines explode as much as diesel engines throw a turbine bearing. You should see turbine bearing failure on a diesel locomotive. You think an exploding boiler is bad? Last Plox. Okay. What's up? Watch 30 seconds of this show running repair on a steam locomotive. Oh dear. We got to get to work though, guys. Oh. Yeah, see. It's cool. It's not GTEL. It's very rare. Can we watch it at Space News? I want to play the game. Well, thank you very much, chat. May I be in charge for a while? No, that's cool, man. I'll have to check it out again. Well, the plumes aren't in the right position. It's okay. Alright, so we're working on EPCOT. Sneaky, I'm going to use this opportunity to see what this tool can do. So why does the title say this is a VOD? There you go. Control T. Add a node. Select segment to add node. Oh, you can add. Oh boy. Oh, that's money, dude. Can you take them away? That said, I think you need to restart the game to see the menu. Okay. I'm still alive. I'm not dead. I feel happy. Oh, Druck, we saw it, dude. I have it open. I'm just speechless. I'm as speechless as Gary is. Gary, shut up. Stop talking. Jesus. Have you seen this yet, though? If it's a tweet from Elon in the past 30 minutes, yes, I have seen it. No, we need to bring back the J-58. Throw it into a new jet. Yes. Okay. This is a new one here. Pitch control requires more force than yaw and much more force than roll. Also, grid fins move closer to or in the wake of the booster are less effective. However, pretty good aero control can technically be achieved with only 2 grid fins with some effect on accuracy. Huh. When was the last city stream anyway? A couple of weeks ago. When does the meteor hit? When 2 brothers show up in a van. Alright, we're gonna play some cities, dudes. This is riveting content. Why does this space channel keep popping up in my recommended? I have 0 interest in space. I mean, Barnes, I'm probably confusing the recommended stuff because I play a lot of different types of stuff. Now, Barnes, I will give you no biased freaking explanation. What are you interested in? Like, what games do you like watching? And I'll tell you if this channel's right for you. If not, like, I have no delusions. You either like the channel or you don't. If space isn't your thing, that's fine. I'm also a car nutcase, so seem like a nice person. Thanks, man. I'll take that. What do you like? If you just, dude, if this isn't the right stream for you, I'll find one for you. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably confusing the notifier, dude, because I play a lot of different things. Like we do car racing in here in GTA. I play Assetto Corsa. Kerbal is my big thing. That's the whole space thing. I play cities, just a lot of science and technology, but with space stuff. So that could be why. I'm probably confusing it because I have a wide variety of stuff that we play, but it mostly centers around STEM. I don't like space Elon Musk and certain DJs that wear masks. Hey, that's cool. Hey, whatever. I mean, like I said, I don't know why it keeps getting recommended. I'm probably, hey, you got gifted a sub. But I'll drop you a follow because you're nice. Cool? Like, Barnes, my one rule is streaming. And I don't know if, like, I'm not trying to say this to be like, well, you know, I don't care. Like, you don't expect anything from anybody. I don't expect people to like the stream. I just try to put out good content when I can. My rule is no expectations. So, I mean, if you come in here and you're like, I don't know why this keeps getting recommended to me, I'll just tell you what the stream is, and if you don't like it and you leave, like, I'm not going to take it personally. Dude, it's just, yeah, I can't force you to like my content, dude. What's crazy is that some people do that. Some people are like, oh my god, how dare you not like my stream? I'm like, all right. Like, you know what I'm talking about? They're like, you know, you'd go and say that in another stream and somebody would be like, well, fine, if you don't like it, just leave. Like, it's like, okay, why are you angry? You seem really mad. All right, dudes, let's get into it. So I want to check this out here. Let's Control T it up. Yeah, with that being said, if you're not an Elon Musk fan, I'm kind of a big Elon Musk fan, but I understand if people don't like the guy. It's cool. Me, I'm a nerd of the highest caliber. Like, it's bad, man. So, yeah. But I'm also very fair in my judgment. You know, if he does something dumb, I won't be like, no, it's fine, you know. But anyway, man, if you want to stick around, that's cool. If not, it's all right. All good, man. There's plenty of other streams around. They're probably, you know, frankly, probably better than mine. To be honest with you. Anyway, let's get to it, dudes. Is this a drag strip? No. I wish you could do that. I wish you could put a racetrack in. That'd be cool. Racetrack mod for cities. Anyway, so this is my City of Tomorrow map. It is based off of the plans that Walt Disney wanted to do in Central Florida, and the plans never came to fruition. He wanted to build a prototype city of tomorrow. Like, he was really into urban design, which is strange for a cartoonist, but hey, whatever. I think it's really cool. So he originally bought all this land in Florida to build that right there. This is an overlay mod that I have. He wanted to build a prototype city that would show off American innovation, that good old American can-do attitude. And basically what it would have been is, it would have been a park like Disneyland, and then that park would have been attached to the city, the industrial area, the entrance complex, and then there would have been an airport down here. I'm just going to put the airport over there, though. So, Holy Terraform Warhammer 40k. Blood for the Blood God. Morsemy, I used to play. Not Dawn of War, the board game. A 1,000-point Space Marine army and a 2,000-point Cadian army. Cadians, though. Alright. Yeah, Alucard. People are trying to get me to learn code and I don't want to. There you go. Skulls for the Skull oh, God, you filthy chaos heretic. You need to be purged for the Imperium of Man. Can I get a Pog Champ, please? Let me see. That is Pogorific right there. Yeah, I know, Havocs. Tabletop game, thank you very much. Yeah, whatever. Alright. You have 5k Blood Angels? My man, nice. Alright, so let's get to it. Seriously, the NFSF stream right now. We're never gonna play cities, dude. Yeah, I know, Thomas. I'll just put this over here. Alright.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Okay, so what were we working on? So the big to-do stuff is, I think we were having some traffic problems in here, and I widened the highway for more bandwidth for the road. Seems okay now. What did people make of Disney's idea? Did it make sense? Well, Drac, Walt Disney was pushing for this hard, and then unfortunately he passed away. He passed away in 1966 while the project was still kind of laying the groundwork. And his brother Roy took over Disney after that, and he built the theme park. He built one section of it. So the theme park right here, and the theme park became the Magic Kingdom. Please stand clear of the doors. On behalf of the cast of the Walt Disney World Resort, welcome to the Magic Kingdom. No smoking, please. Yeah. He built the Magic Kingdom in the Seven Seas Lagoon. And then he finished that and then promptly also passed away from exhaustion. How much do you think that SpaceX booster costs? A lot of money. So, the project never came into fruition. And then Disney had some, in the late 70s, Disney... So, it's an interesting story with Disney. Walt Disney was kind of in creative control for a long time, and then when he passed, his brother took over, and then when Roy passed in 1971, after the Magic Kingdom was finished, there was a power vacuum at Disney, and the company was going to it got real not innocent for a little while, and then in the late 70s there was. You guys ever see Futurama, the 80s guy from Futurama? Disney was going to get 80s guide. Like, hostile takeover, blah, 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 blah. And then two dudes came in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, and they were kind of co-running Disney. One of them is Michael Eisner, and I always forget the other guy's name. Frank Wells. I think, is it Frank Wells? It is Frank Wells, yeah. So Frank Wells and Michael Eisner saved Disney in the early 80s. They saved it. Disney was in dire straits in the late 70s. It's actually a really, really cool story. And Eisner and Frank Wells wanted to bring Disney back to the glory days, right? They wanted Disney to be special again. And I get it. Modern Disney is like, I understand. I get it. Like, hey, it is what it is. But Eisner and Frank Wells saved it. They couldn't do EPCOT, but Eisner wanted to continue. Eisner and Frank Wells wanted to continue EPCOT. They wanted to. So they didn't make this. They didn't make the city, but they did make this, the center part. They made EPCOT and they made the World Showcase as kind of like a permanent World's Fair. And it's built, the park is built right here in real life. So if you're from Central Florida, you'll know this. This is I-4 right here. So I-Drive would be over here. Universal would be right there. This is I-Drive and this is SR 512 and then 417. 417 would come in right here, and then Celebration is right here. They ended up building EPCOT right there. And the World Showcase, which was supposed to be the original epicenter of EPCOT, ended up being built right here. I know about Atlantropa. Yeah, interesting project. The Imagineers documentary tells the story very good. Arcadio, yeah, that's right. I've watched that on Disney Plus, the story of the Imagineers. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, that's where I got a lot of this information from. But I already knew it. I already knew about that. I'm not a Disney nutcase by any means, but I really like what Walt Disney was trying to do. I think this is really smart. Like the fact that he parried animated films into theme parks, and the theme parks were a proto design for civil planning is very, very interesting to me. That's really smart. That would be like some guy making a lot of money off, writing code to make like internet banking transactions, right? And then starting a rocket company to send stuff to Mars. Did that happen? Why did Disney and Universal choose Florida to build their theme parks? Does it cost money for that City Skylines? Yeah, City Skylines, you have to buy it. Surprised you're not watching the rollout. Bro, I have it up on the other monitor. Yeah, Wario, stop Italian hate. They chose Florida because it's centrally located. It's right in the I-4 corridor, and the land was inexpensive. Does it cost money for that City Skylines? To play cities? Yeah, you have to buy it. It's on Steam. It's a great game. I would absolutely 100% recommend this game if you're interested in urban design in any way, shape, or form. No, Brimo, I didn't tell him about that. All right, Sneaky, let's see what this does. So I want to test out the network connections mod. So let's build a road. EJ can cook. Sneaky, I worked in a restaurant. Of course I can cook. Yeah, but in game, what do you mean, pilot? What do you mean does what is... Yeah, I mean, you have to... This costs cash. Yeah, exactly. I had to make money to build this city. Absolutely. I mean, you can play with unlimited money, but I don't do that. I actually financed this project in game. I didn't just build this out of nothing. What I did was I started with a feeder city. We call it Intermission City, and I'm probably just going to keep it. And then we made a fortune refining oil, which is what this is. This is an oil refinery right here. It's an oil refinery that is quite broken right now that I'm looking at it, because the railroad tracks aren't working. Here, let me fix that up. Yeah, these are supposed to be refining and exporting oil, but the railroad tracks are broken. Again. They're supposed to be doing this, if I'm remembering how I made this correctly. So I don't mine oil, I refine oil. I'm basically an oil baron in this game, and that's how I got the Disney money required to make this. Literally got that Disney money. I had to finance the project somehow. There, that should work. Hey, Bio, what's going on? How much did Walt Disney pay for all that Florida land? It was not a lot, Clayton. It was not a lot. Hey, Bio, how's things, man? $10 corn dog money, dude. Rich, I know it's like ha ha ha. Disney is expensive, but when you think about what Disney actually is, and you think about the engineering that went behind these parks, I assure you that Disney probably does not operate Disney World at that big of a profit. A lot of the money goes into the maintenance for these parks. They are super intricately complex. If you notice, like every single one of these things is up on a raised plate. Every single thing in Disney World, and this started with the Magic Kingdom, is raised up, and they have utilidors. The park is utilized in 3 dimensions, and that's a prototype idea that Disney implemented that was supposed to be implemented into the city. There's utilidors is what they call them. The utilidors are under the park. The whole park is built up on a berm, right? So that's why, like at the Magic Kingdom, you have the Seven Seas Lagoon right here. They dug out this entire area to raise the entire Magic Kingdom up on a plate. And in Florida, you have to dig a retaining pond or a retention pond to get all the groundwater to go there so it doesn't flood your park. And then underneath the Magic Kingdom, there is a web of tunnels that the entertainers can use to get to their certain destinations. So you never see any maintenance equipment. It's all stored underground. Once again, utilizing the park in 3 dimensions. That's really smart. And that's what made EPCOT really freaking cool in the first place. EPCOT, I mean, it's a cool looking city, right? And on top of the entire city being a gigantic freaking roundabout, which is what it is, it was utilized on different dimensions. And this, I'm telling, oh boy. EPCOT was supposed to, here, if I show you the concept arts, right? EPCOT was supposed to have all the different methods of transportation on different levels here. Here we go. Here's a color picture of it. It was supposed to have all different forms of transportation on every different level. So the idea is that if you don't have crosswalks over the road, right, your traffic can flow unimpeded. If you live in an urban area, how many times, like I'm from Boston, how many times somebody walk out in the middle of the damn street and expect you to stop? Seriously, they don't even pay attention. That gets rid of that problem. The trains, pedestrians and bicycles, cars and trucks, all on different levels. It's the utilidor concept. This is what I mean. In a similar way that Falcon 9 is a prototype for Starship, Walt Disneyland and Walt Disney World, so the Magic Kingdom, were prototypes for EPCOT. They were a prototype version of this. Not a VOD. So I wanted to look up how much Disney makes and where and how Disney owns Hulu. Yeah, so. Exclamation point cities mods. It's not necessarily Utopia, PY. That's what he built it as. This city would have had its problems. Like, its oversaturation is its problem. If there's too many people, this thing breaks down, the whole system breaks, and you have to build another one. But Disney World breakdown, 2016 through 2021. Okay. Nice. Parks and resorts. So they make a lot of money, but that doesn't really say your profit margin right there. Anyway. So yeah, utilizing every form of transportation on a different level proves to be pretty well, because so your traffic, because so your traffic, for instance, doesn't get clogged up, right? If the traffic gets clogged up, it's like a clogged artery. The traffic and roads and trains are city's circulatory system, like the circulatory system in the human body. If it screws up, if you get a traffic jam, that's like a blood clot. That's no good. So traffic needs to stay flowing. Anytime a city has traffic problems, and this is why they bother to even fix the stupid thing, it's a revenue problem. Something interesting coming from NSF. No more deployable solar panels on Starship. It will have them mounted externally on the body like the Dragon 2 trunk. Okay? You know Final Fantasy VII Midgar City, it looks just like it. No, Squall, I don't, but a lot of concepts were based off of this. EPCOT was a great idea, it just was never implemented. We don't have traffic problems right now. Imagine how well EJ could implement Walt's vision for traffic if you have Traffic Manager, Anarchy, and Move It. I have Anarchy and Move It. I built this with Anarchy and Move It. I don't even need TMPE, dude. Traffic flow is at 84%. I implemented this exactly as Walt intended. And, yeah, I don't have traffic problems. What are you talking about? But anyway. Yeah, I think this is a really awesome idea. It's a cool planned city idea, but it never got implemented, unfortunately. Midgar is basically EPCOT with another EPCOT stacked on top of it. Cool. That's neat. Alright. Your computer just had an ugly blue screen of death while I was playing Kerbal. When I reset it and relaunched KSP, it updated 12.2. Is it a coincidence? Yes. Control 1 through Control 8. I'm trying to figure out how this network tool works, yeah. Remove node. Set slope, arrange at line, loop mode, connection mode. Ah, Very cool. Neat. Tony Stark's dad was Walt Disney. Howard Stark is a combination of Walt Disney and Howard Hughes. The People Mover tram speeds. What about Howard the Duck? What? You guys are confusing me. What's that, Skull? Oh, yeah. Kind of. My favorite idea from this is the fact that my favorite idea is the fact that the whole city is a giant roundabout. It's just a big roundabout. Oh, I got an abando over here. What's that about? No one collected the dead people. Interesting. Okay. The fact that Disney does their earnings report in the billions tells you enough. Tells you enough of what? I just wanted to know I just wanted to know I read the email notification. Okay, cool. Yeah, really, yeah, you're not wrong. So maybe we could start planning the airport of tomorrow over here. Now, the original airport of tomorrow was supposed to go over here. Walt Disney wanted to build an international airport. And keep in mind, this is before Orlando International Airport was a thing. He wanted to build a big one right here on the south side of the property. It never happened, obviously. And because I'm limited by 81 grid spots here, I can't really go that way. And I know, not 81, I have 25 grid spots. There's 81 grid spots, but I find that city starts to get weird when you build near the fog. So I was thinking maybe we could put the airport over here. Elon building EPCOT on Mars would be epic. I agree. It's not a roundabout runway, it's a roundabout taxiway. The airport of tomorrow was... here, hold on. Yeah, okay, make sure I have that paused. Let's go to the master plan over here. Yeah, see, it's got a roundabout taxiway. The runways are still straight. I don't think that pilots would like the circular runways. But, yeah, the other thing is I don't know if Cities is going to understand this either. I don't know if I can make a circular terminal either. But, you love the new swivel? Oh, dear. Hey, Pokemon, what's going on? I don't know if I could even make that, but we'll see. I don't like the idea of circular runways, but I do like the idea of circular taxiways. That would be a lot easier, and you could reverse the flow depending on the windage, which is a good idea. That's pretty damn smart. I just don't know if I have the space to build something like that over here. We were going to fill in this entire area right here for it, but I'm not sure. Saw the thumbnail. I had to investigate. Okay. Is there an airport like that in the world today? The closest one, Clayton, would be Denver International. DIA. It doesn't have a circular roundabout, but it has runways going in all four directions. Yeah, here, let me show you. See, all the runways, all the ends of the runway thresholds are at the taxiways, which is actually pretty smart. Yeah, it's like a pinwheel, exactly. That's probably the closest thing to what they were trying to do. Surprised DIA isn't a triangle. I see what you did there. Right, a pinwheel. Guys. Let's not get too crazy with how the freaking airport looks, okay? It is a strange airport. Those paintings, Hazanku, are what does it for me. Like, it's like, what are you doing? Why would you make that? I think this idea is a lot better, Sneaky. Circular runways do not seem like a good idea. Yeah, that's the same airport. Yeah, the one with the murals and the one with the freaking death horse at the front. Yes, that's the same airport. Mm-hmm. Hey, Luke. Yeah, see? Yeah, something strange. Something strange is going on over there. Not sure what it is. Yeah, I just want Stapleton back. Can we just bring Stapleton back? As an artist, I get Denver International Airport, but I can easily see how the tinfoil hat folks targeted for conspiracy theories. Yeah, Zonku, I'm not. When I talk about those damn murals, I'm not saying that there's some crazy thing. The cornerstone is a lot weirder if you want a tinfoil hat, if that's your thing. The murals are just weird. I get it. It's supposed to be provocative, abstract art. Remember, I went to art school. Remember, I get it. I see what it's doing. It's just a little bit on the strange side. Just a little bit on the strange side. A little weird. A little out there. Yeah. Catch me up on the murals? Oh, dear. Okay. So, the Denver International Airport. No, I'm not spreading conspiracy theories. Don't, guys. It's just a coincidence. It had some weird abstract art. Like this. No, I haven't watched it, Duber. Yeah, it's a little bit on the strange side. Like I said, the murals tell a story about an oppressive force being overcome by people. It's people uniting all over the world against a common evil, and that's what it's trying to depict. It's just a little bit on the strange side, that's all. Nice, Hip. Show us the devil horse. Okay. They put a horse at the front that's supposed to be like the Denver Broncos. Yeah, this picture is not photoshopped. That's not photoshopped. That's just the thing killed the guy that made it. He was putting it together and a piece fell on him and killed him. I know it's called Lucifer. Yeah. Once again, I'm not sure what they're doing up there, up in Denver. That's a little strange, but it could be something that I don't understand. But also leaf blowers. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely something weird going on with that. Maybe it's just living at high altitudes or something. I don't know. It's definitely a little bit peculiar. Yeah, once again, there is one last thing. Here. Of course. Yeah. There's also that. The cornerstone, I mean, it has a Masonic symbol on it, but also, the New World Airport Commission never existed. Yeah. I don't know. I think that may have just been a typo on the cornerstone, and they just said meh. Yeah, there's no such thing as that. That doesn't exist. So you could see how people that are, tinfoil hatty would go after that, be like, oh, it's a Mason symbol, the typo on the, like it's not, it's just, yeah. Lawnmower guy agrees. Yeah, SpongeBob has to cut it with the leaf blower. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on in that airport. But the design is really good. The design is great. I think it was proposed as an interim capital should the East Coast get underwater or get nuked. I mean, Karate, there's definitely something else going on in here, but what you're saying is much more likely than what the tinfoil hat people say. Hey, Peter Tython, welcome to Mission Control. You go with throttle up. Yeah, that's definitely probably a little bit more plausible there. Anyway, let's see. I have the monorail. What we have to do is, I think we could work on this today. I have the monorail line, and I need the monorail to connect the city to the airport. And then I made the monorail track end right here for a second. What happened to the city you were doing between the EPCOT sections? Fairlane? Don't forget Janet Airlines flies out of Denver. I mean, IQ, like I said, there's no secret that something else is going on there. But like, it's probably like the Greenbrier or something, if I had to guess. If you don't know what the Greenbrier is, it's a hotel in West Virginia, and the hotel was a front for, there's a doomsday bunker underneath it. Yeah, there's a doomsday bunker, and the Greenbrier was the doomsday bunker for Congress. So in the event of a nuclear attack or something with the Soviet Union, the Greenbrier was where they would have moved the House and the Senate. And underneath the Greenbrier Hotel, there is literally a fallout vault under there. You can look it up. It became declassified when the press leaked it in the 90s? Yeah, they declassed it and they decommissioned it, but it's still a cool museum. So you think Denver is just a front with a secret capital on it? No, it's probably just another safe bunker. We stole the idea from Karate Kid. Nice. Yeah. So, I mean, once again, guys, I'll bet you it's just a national security thing. I'll bet you there's a fallout vault under there, because another conspiracy theory is that there's tunnels underneath it that lead all over the place. The conspiracy theory is that there's tunnels between all the U.S. major cities, so the government can move around. So there's like a tunnel between like Boston and New York, and there's a tunnel between New York and Washington, D.C., and there's a tunnel between New York City, or DC and Denver, and then Denver and Los Angeles. Yeah, there's a crazy, that one was funny. That was a funny read, actually. Yes, I do read this stuff. No, not a tinfoil hatter. I read it for fun. I think it's hilarious. It's like watching Ancient Aliens, man. It's like, you guys literally have no idea what you're talking about, and it's really funny, actually. Boring company. Yeah, right? I mean, with that being said, that would explain a lot if there actually was, but there's that's not a thing. Or is it? No. So that's where Elon got the idea for Hyperloop. Makes for great fiction story ideas. Yeah, Black Hat. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, but once again, I read that stuff for fun. I don't believe in that stuff. I try to understand, and that's pretty much it. And most of the time you can't, because a lot of them are like, 2 + 2 = chair. It's like, okay. Do you understand this, or are you just saying stuff? Alright, so I'm going to extend the monorail line out here. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick. Mayonnaise is not an instrument. So, oh yeah, okay. I wanted to put the monorail in between the highways here. And then we have to figure out a way to get the monorail to go up over the highway, take a right here, and then connect in with that part here, because I want the monorail line to go all the way to the end of this highway where the airport's going to be. Something like that, Gaw. Alright, you know what I'm kind of thinking? I'm kind of thinking that maybe Fairlane would be better, because I'm still building a good deal of the roads for Fairlane. Fairlane might be a better place to test out the new network tools mod, but how are you doing today? Been a while. Hey, Potato. Did you hear about the time crystal thing? I said we were done talking about conspiracy theories. No, I don't know what that is. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't know what that means. Oh, yeah, that thing. Yeah, very interesting. The time crystal is a fancy new name for that solid. Yeah, somebody linked me an article about that for Space News, or Space News, not Space News, the other day. Yeah. Ooh, no. No. It's, these roads are too close to each other. So the monorail track isn't making the supports. The line is just floating in 3D space. I don't like that at all. Maybe we'll make the monorail separate from the road, or maybe we'll make it go along the side of the road, like World's Drive at EPCOT. So here, let me get in here. We got to be careful about building certain things in certain areas, guys, because I made this map for this, and I based it off of United States Geological Survey areas of the land that Disney World is made on. Before Disney World was made, I used geological survey data of the topography to make Disney World before Disney World. All where these thick trees are is lowland and swamp, something that Floridians know a lot about. And the way, so Florida people, you'll understand this, or actually anybody that lives on the Gulf Coast, you'll pretty much understand this. Don't build in the lowlands. Oh yeah. I have the way I have this kind of set up is, what the hell's that doing over here? You, get back underneath your road. Stupid support. Yeah, I'll move it to the side. Maybe that might work. If you build in the lowlands, you best be digging a retaining pond, because if you build down there, it's gonna flood. That's why I have certain areas dug out and certain areas of the swamp dug out. Because if you build on the low area, it will flood. Especially if, I mean, the game sometimes throws tsunamis at us. And because there's no heavy rainfall, right? Tsunamis are the closest thing that you get to the rains that happen in Florida in the summer. So, yeah, the way I have it set up is if one of those comes, it's going to flood all the lowlands first. And it's going to flood it really fast. If you build anything down there, you're going to lose it. It's going to flood, just call it the Dutch. Thomas, the entirety of Florida is like the Netherlands, man. You got to dig a big retaining pond for something. That's right, Swamp Thing. Not a conspiracy theory. The new state of matter that breaks the law of conservation of air energy. It doesn't lose energy when it changes from one state to another, while being in a state at once. Yeah. A viewer linked me an article about that, Potato. Yeah, the conspiracy theory thing was a joke. We just got through chatting about that stuff, me and chat. But yeah, no, I gotcha. I saw the article, but I didn't read too much. But that's interesting. That it, is it a theory or has it been proven or what? Because a lot of people have a lot of theories about different things nowadays, man. Like, you never know with folks. Yeah, the move it tool with the supports could do it right. So a mod that I'm using here is called Move It. The Move It tool allows you to kind of place stuff and then tweak it after you place it. It helps me build this stuff a little bit more realistic. That's how I was able to fine-tune all the roads and stuff. I live in Louisiana and just built a house. I had to dig 12 feet and put 6 feet of sand so it wouldn't sink. Yep. All day, Flykin. Yep. Has the city ever had a natural disaster? Yeah, of course. So what's the problem? Let's get stroop waffles and start poldering with windmills. Yeah. What's the name of this game? City Skylines, Rami. Have you heard that the Dutch want to put a dam across the North Sea in the English Channel? Passing, I have this theory about the Dutch. Okay, my theory is that they are secretly trying to take over the world. All right, they tried to do it overtly in the past, and that didn't work. So now they're secretly trying to do it. Can't trust. They're all freaky deaky and sneaky, sneaky Dutch. See? That's right. I figured you out. I know. Game recognized game. I'm American. We want to do the same thing. Don't try to frickin' deny it. Well, send in the troops! Oh god, he figured us out! Oh gosh, the council has been alerted! Only a bloody Dutchman. Why would they want to build an English channel like that? Just honest question. What, like, I'd assume it's to make sure that their homes don't get, you know, underwater. Yeah, that whole underwater thing is not something that someone wants. For land, maybe? I mean, are there people that do like that, Flykin, or? Honest question. I see we got the ground anchors in Kerbal. Yeah, we might have a Kerbal mess around day here today. Check last for the dam. All right. Serious dam. They want to build a dam from Cornwall to Bretagne? I can't. Sorry, French people. Sorry. Why though? That thing is gonna be Brittany. Yeah, that's right. That's how you say Bretagne. It's like champagne, but with yeah. Okay. Do you think we'll get more texture changes for KSP, or will this will be the last one? I'm fairly confident that this is one of the last patches, one of the last updates you're gonna get for KSP. Galactic Privet. Как дела? What's the purpose? Patch notes. Add locking functionality to docking port rotations, allowing autostrut to cross over dock nodes that are both locked. GravShark, I'll be honest with you guys. I knew. You know how I always do the never go and suggest stuff to the devs thing? I kind of broke my rule. Just because this is the last one, the last update for KSP. I don't want KSP 1 to be like that. So I was like, hey guys, can you fix this, please? Please fix it. And they did it for me. Repo came through for me. So be sure to go and thank him. I really don't like doing that unless I absolutely have to. But yeah, he did come through. What was fixed? Autostrut docking thing. So I'm gonna try to have this run across here, but the problem is if we do that, the monorail, I don't want the monorail to have too long of a span. Guys, how I play cities, you know, EPCOT notwithstanding, how I play this game is I try to follow the physics with roads. Like, you can't have a road that stretches, you couldn't have a slab like this across a bridge. That's too long of a slab. It would sag in the center. You would need some type of support system here for this. I'm just not exactly sure how I'm not exactly sure how they would do that. Is there a point? I'm wondering if there's a point in with the real Disney World monorail that spans across the road like that, and if so, what does it look like? Any news on KSP2? Nothing. Elon for scale? Yeah. Cool. The project is called NEAT, or Northern European Enclosure Dam. It's a thought experiment, aka Grosskamp estimates it will need 250 to 500 billion euros and will take 50 to 100 years to complete. Yeah, that sounds like some Atlantropa stuff, guys. I don't think that's a good idea. The first thing that pops into my head there is the ecological disaster that you'll do to the Baltic with that. But there's no way they haven't thought about that either, so... Alright. What's the length of the span here? Yeah, see where the monorail crosses? They have a support right there. They have two of them, and they have a median around the support, and it's on... Yeah, they put the guardrails there so nobody hits the monorail track. Actually, the entire point is to fight global warming's rising sea levels. Interesting. Okay. I'm trying to see, is there any other spot where it crosses the road like what we're looking for? I'm just using Google Earth here with photogrammetry. Yeah, see, they put supports in between. I'm trying to see if there's any other spot where it crosses, like, similar to what we're doing here. There seems to be nothing like that. I mean, in the spots where it does cross, they put supports in, and it looks like they blanked out some parking spaces. That's not exactly something I can do on a highway. And they put a support in the median and then on either side right there. Okay. Yeah. The other thing that I like to do when I play cities, for the people that don't know, is I like to use a lot of real-life reference. Now, there's only so much real-life reference I can use for a city that doesn't exist. But we can still take some cues from Disney World. Yeah, Crash, I don't think we can make a span that long. I think I might need to do what a viewer suggested. I forget who suggested it. Build it over here and then use the Move It tool to move it into position. I think that's the right move. So what I'll do is we'll go down here. Let me turn on road guidelines. Need is theoretical and supposed to be a warning. Oh, okay. So, Bio, it's a warning that no one's going to heed, and we're just going to let it happen anyway, and yeah, okay. Got it. Yeah, human behavior. Got it. It always happens that way. It ain't a problem until it's a problem, right? Like... Okay. Now, let's see. Can we move this? It looks like we can, and it looks like we have some abutments just in the road, you know. Yeah. Move It tool did it. Sweet. Here, let's see if we can just line it up now. Humans, pah, what can you do with them? It's one thing that I've learned about us, man. It only becomes a problem when it starts inconveniencing enough people. It's kind of a cynical way of looking at things, but hey. Doesn't mean we shouldn't try. Just like space. Doesn't mean we shouldn't try to do it. There we go. Yeah, I gotta mess with some of these abutments here. Come on, you. There we go. And I can hold left alt with the move it tool and move them into place. Ha, move it tool. More band humor. I gotta be able to select that node. Sneaky, now would be the time for that damn node tool. I can't select it. I can't select the end node.
Discovery,
Why?
go and throttle.
Alright, you know what? Go away. I have not gone over any Kerbal news yet. I wanted to play cities this morning, but apparently that was the wrong move. I wanted to play cities, but apparently that was the wrong idea. Just move the freeway. Why don't we just take the freeway and move it over there? Hey, human. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, sometimes cities has some problems understanding that, you know, heights with things. Sometimes. There we go. See, if I put it right in the center, it starts displaying the support. Let's see, how's that looking? Oh, yes. Oh, looks like we got a little bit of a kink right here. Hey, don't kink shame chat, alright? Jeez. See, when I build roads and when I build tracks or trains or whatever, I always try to make sure that I'm using as close as I can to what, like, actual grading would be. Roads don't, in reality, if you notice, and this is one of those things that you won't be able to unsee after I tell you, roads do not like going up hills, they don't like going down hills, and they really don't like to turn. Seriously, so if you have the space, it pays to make the roads straighter. The US is a good example of that. Out in the western parts of the United States, the roads are very straight on purpose, except when they only turn when they really kind of have to. There's a reason for that. Roads don't like turning. Turning slows down traffic. And going up hills and down hills. Slow down traffic. Roller coaster monorail. Roller coaster monorail. Roller coaster monorail. They don't follow that rule in this spot. Roads like to go up. Yeah, I know, because they have to, S. You missed that part. You just went right to... Well, actually, this one. But you missed the part where... You know, if you have to go up a hill, they will. If you have to, they will. But when they'll be flat. The way civil engineers engineer roads is to try to make them as flat and grade them as straight as possible. And the reason why they do that is because it makes for better traffic flow. Trains hate hills even more. Yeah, exactly, Phil. So when I go to make train tracks in this game, or monorail, or anything. I mean, the monorail is just another type of train. I made these train tracks right here when I... Oh, for Pete's sake. When I went to make these tracks, I graded them correctly. And it's easy to grade stuff in Florida, but see how the train bridge keeps the steady grade? That's on purpose. So, like, the train tracks are purposely extremely flat. Flat. It looks like some of the custom rail lines since I played this have been gotten all messed up. There we go. Let's drop a quick save in there. 2 boosters on NASA spaceflight right now. Yeah, but I think booster 3 doesn't have any engines in it. Last, you can see it on Google Maps. Okay. It's in the UK. In the UK, it's the reverse. We build the motorways to not be straight for any length. So it says to avoid... Oh, that's why you do it, Tessa. To avoid inattention? Yeah, okay. You think these should have been one-ways? Oh, yeah, because it's exporting. Passing. Yeah, I remember now. I remember why we did that. Yeah. Because that's connecting to down there. Yeah. Okay. Let's check the route indicator, see if there's any... Now that these have a connection, they should be using them and our profits should go up. Use the vanilla one that has the white arrow. Oh. There. The first one that you filled in needs 2-way by the terminal. Did I use this for importing or exporting? I forget. I forget. Booster 3 doesn't have the very reinforced top for grid fins and a catch system. Okay, I think I fixed all of it. Yeah, see, there was an old import-export area over here that I was using. And then there was city over here, but as I built up EPCOT, I got rid of this and the people moved over there. Why is the land around all the train stations brown? That's just how cities does its texturing, dude. And then this is a slope right here. All right. Let's go back over to the monorail. Where is it? Thunder Cougar Falconbird. There we go. And it's going to have to turn right around there. All right, so we need to select that, that. Hey Kyle, what's going on, man? And we're gonna use the move it tool. Ah, I clicked the wrong thing. Dang it. Colton, how are you? Come on, you. It doesn't want to. There we go. Alright, I think we got it there. Sweet. And that one's actually pretty straight. It looks like it needs some grading, though, so let me just... Excellent. Never played this game, but it looks awesome. Did you build all of this? How long did it take? Months? Tweets, this was like, This is like when I built my first space... When I built the space shuttle in KSP and all the boosters and everything. The EPCOT project took me months. I started working on it in 2019. Yeah, this took me months to make this. I hand-placed pretty much everything. Dude, and that's why that new network tool mod I'm kind of interested in, because you can place down surveying points. I surveyed this entire thing out with dirt roads, meaning like this circle is a perfect radius. It's a perfect radius all around. Everything is completely uniform, and it's all hand-placed because there was no real good tool to do it any other way. Everything is hand-placed. I've made every one of these by hand to ensure that it is perfectly accurate. Yeah, it took me months, dude. It took me months to make it. Yeah, there's a good network tools mod where you can set points down and do it yourself, which is pretty rad. Did you retire Westwood? Pretty much, URL, yeah. Yeah. I mean, because how are you going to build this? How else are you going to build it? Even with nodes, you'd still have to place it by hand. You still have to plot out every nodes. Every node, like where every center point is for every station, and wherever, like how long that road is and that road is. Those need to be the same distance right there, and they're the same distance right down to the nodes. Like, this took a long time. It took a long time to do. And I stopped working on it basically at the beginning of 2020. I stopped doing after hours and started doing early hours and stopped playing cities for a little while. Just because I wanted to switch it up. No particular reason. I like cities. I enjoy it. It's a fun game. I use it just like Kerbal. I use it to teach civil engineering. Or at least as much as I could with civil engineering. It's more edutainment than anything. So, like, think of it like Modern Marvels, like on the Discovery Channel. That's kind of, or if that show even exists anymore. Pretty sure it does, but think of it like that. That's basically what I like to do. I like to show off just different cities, I guess. That's the right way to say that. Is that a Supra? It's beautiful. Thanks. That still is kind of a long slab for a bridge there. There should be another support that kind of goes across right here.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
So we'll height snap those. There we go. We're almost there. Ports have locks. They did it. City planning is a subset of civil engineering, dude. Civil engineering, Keith, has a lot more to do with how buildings are made, but city planning is a part of it. What do you think of the lines on the side of Booster 4 are for autogenous repressurization? We already figured out what they're for, dude. I mean, guys, like, yeah. Everybody just wants to talk about the boosters. If you guys just want to do that, you just tell me, okay? Like, there's a node that got lost right there.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Ugh. This turn is gonna have to be, gonna have to radius it a little bit. I'm gonna have to change the radius of this corner. I don't like how these connections are holding up here, which is fine, that's no big deal. You can hold left alt and snap the nodes to a curve. Just like that. That should make it okay. I hate it when the abutments are too far apart. Like, I'd rather one that's kind of halfway on the road like that, than one like sitting in the middle of the road. Please. What? Funky Buck. I remember when you first started this build. Right on. I totally lost the message though. Seeing it for the first time since then, and it looks amazing. Great job. Thank you. Yeah, I've seen it public. That's funny. There's the node controller that allows you to adjust intersections. I have the node controller installed, Potato, but I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to use it. I'll figure it out. Eventually. Yeah, Control T. Yeah, no. I know how to use it, but I don't know how to use it. Does that make sense? Like, I get it. I know that activates it, but I haven't figured out application just yet. And you guys can explain it to me, and that's not going to do anything. Just let it click in my head. It'll take a second, but yeah. No, we're not talking about TMP, Josh, no. There's a new node controller thing that everybody's been wanting me to try, and I haven't messed with it just yet. Oh, that corner looks terrible. It's too sharp, way too sharp. And I'll say it again, I still hate that you cut Hilldale in half. I really didn't have a choice, passing. There was really no other place for the highway to go. I guess I could have made it loop around this way, but I liked this better. It was either cut it in half or obliterate it completely. I hate this. I hate it. I don't think it looks right at all. Cutting cities in half with highways, this is as American as it gets. I mean, Josh, we could just build airports over neighborhoods like what you guys did with Terminal 5 at Heathrow. Hey, Joe, what's going on, man? Why don't we just take that whole neighborhood in Staines and just put it over there? It's a mighty fine terminal. Oh, yeah? Traffic always shows up there. Oof. Oof. Oh, if the game's deleting cars, that's not good. Why? Why you do this game? Yeah, that's no good. Oh, there's a three-way there. No, dear. Okay. No wonder. There you go. That should fix that problem, more or less. It's just going to move that traffic jam down the road. The road still has to deal with an incredible amount of bandwidth. Honestly, the way I have this radius should be... This should be pretty much the end of the corner. Right there. Yeah, see, that looks a lot better than having those extra nodes. Check this out real quick. Is this a picture of the horse? It's from South Padre with Elon walking around it? Yep. Yep. Yeah, I've seen it. It's pretty cool, man. Well, we can talk more about that during Space News, but, yeah. It's pretty awesome, dude. For sure. Ah. I thought I could get it right. Let me just get rid of the angle tool for a second. I'll put that one right there. And then we'll put that one right there. And that one... Oh, hey, come on now. Oh. Okay, we'll just leave that for a second. Yeah, this track's just fine. It's just fine. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. It's perfect. Yeah, I don't like using traffic presidential. I like figuring out the stock game. It's much more fun that way. Lot better problem solving. Rather than just, oh, I want to make this traffic go this way. I like the way that the stock game does it, even though I know it's not 100% realistic, but it's all right. Yeah, see, I also like to smooth out the monorail tracks. We don't need roller coaster tracks, and the game does like giving you roller coaster tracks if you're not careful. Come on, you. So we should be able to just pop this in there like that. And it's a little bit on the bent side, but hey, we'll fix it. We have it strung together though, but it's could be better. me get in here. And then we can just adjust the supports and then use snap to get the track more or less straight coming off of this thing. There we go.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Huh. Alright. I'm a little rusty, dudes. I haven't done this in a while. A little bit on the rusty side. But that's definitely getting there. Hey, AC. Oh, well, hello there. What's up, man? Long time no see. There we go. We got a nice straight track. Oh. Why does that look, why is it so dang crooked? Alright, let's make sure that that cell is straight. Make sure that this one is straight. Yeah, there we go. I'm still live, not a VOD. Yep. What's up, Taradra? How you doing? It's interesting how, like, I haven't played Cities but in a long time, but I'm getting the muscle memory back. Like, it took me a second. I'm like, wait, how do I do this? And then it just kind of comes back to you. I can't see out of my left eye. Migraines. Yeah. You gotta get more sleep, homie. Wait, is it a not sleeping migraine, Taradra? I know those. I know those all too well, man. Not gonna lie, watching you play Cities is making you want to reinstall it. Yeah, that's generally how it is, dude. I was watching another streamer play RimWorld the other day, and I'm like, oh, I want to play this. And then he promptly started screaming at his computer, and then I remembered why I didn't want to play RimWorld anymore. What's up? Decided to try giving my rocket a lunar starship look. I like it.
Discovery, go and
That looks good, Lavi. Big Wolf Chris, 8-month resub. Yeah, so I was watching another streamer, and I'm like, yep. Yeah, I remember why I freaking hate this game. I think that's the point. I think that's what Tynan intended when he made the game. It's not supposed to be fun. It's supposed to torment you. Yeah, I don't like RimWorld because it gave me an impossible scenario. Like it threw Cassandra threw two things at me that I just couldn't fix. I had like the highest in my colony. I had the highest tier. Like, and keep in mind this was a little while ago. In my colony, I had the highest tier medical services. I put all my eggs in that basket. I had 2 doctors, the highest medical tier, and I had tons of armor for my guys, right? And they got the plague due to poor medical conditions. And I'm like, yeah, about that. I had all the machines, all the ICU equipment, all the doctors, and yeah, it's like, oh, you have the plague because your medical area wasn't sanitary enough. I'm like, so I'm told, Linux. Yeah, it RNG'd me into a loss, and I really, really didn't like that. I'm like, nah, that's annoying. you know, like I listened to chat and they're like, yeah, you need medical tile and all this other stuff and it needs to be sanitary. So I did all this work to make the stupid thing sanitary, and then it still was like, no, you got the plague due to unsanitary medical areas. And I'm like, that's not how that works at all. And it wasn't just like, oh, one person had a minor breakout. It literally like gave all of my colonists a death sentence like immediately. And I'm like, oh, that's fun. And then they promptly all died. Yeah, it was right after a raid too. So they were all coming back, and I was healing all of them from a mechanoid swarm that I just took out. And I was like, yeah, cool. All right, we're gonna be fine. And it's like, nope, here, have the plague. And I'm like, oh, that's good. Yeah, I hope she steps on a Lego drummer. It was really, really uncool. I'm like, wow, that's great. Like, I don't, and somebody that follows a lot of spaceflight and knows a lot about the ops, like behind how spaceflight works, there's no random numbers. Everything happens for a reason. At least with spaceflight, like Apollo 13, for instance. The reason that the spacecraft took a dump mid-flight was because some idiot dropped the freaking tank that they tried to stir, and it broke the Teflon seal inside of the tank. Everything is, there's nothing that's random. Everything happens for a reason. Everything can be, with spaceflight, everything can be traced with a fault tree analysis, and having totally crazy RNG like that really screws with my head. I really don't like it. I'm like, this shouldn't happen. I prepared for this. You know, it's like plan for the best, prepare for the worst is kind of a motto with spaceflight, and I did that and I still failed, and I'm like, oh, that's good. This is fun. We're having fun. And once again, like, I want to be very clear. I didn't like it at the time, but I understand that's RimWorld. That's how RimWorld works. That's the game. What I'm telling you is that I don't like that, and I don't enjoy playing the game. I get it that that's the game. It's not a bad game. I just don't like it. So the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has designated Boca Chica as a critical habitat for the roof red knot bird. Okay. Yeah, Tessa, at least in Summer Car, like with the one exception of that car flying off into space, most of the gameplay is your own fault. If you screw something up, it's mostly your fault. Hey, Silver Archer, what's going on? That'll be good enough for now. I know I'm going to look at this later and be like, that's ugly, and then redo it, but it's fine. That car believed it could fly. Yes. Of course, URL. Mm-hmm. They are all Verstappen fans. Yeah. Yeah, Dutch guy. That first corner, though. Yeah, I don't understand why that happened, but it's fine. This is fine. Let me do some route analyzation. What's going on here? They might hit it. I don't... If they do 29 Raptors, they're going to sequence the ignition. There's no way they're going to try to fire off all of them at the same time. That would blow the booster to smithereens. You don't start rocket engines all at the same time like that. You go around the horn. Every rocket that has multiple engines sequences ignition like that. Saturn V did it. The Space Shuttle did it with its 3 main engines. And don't get me wrong, they don't just start one, okay, that's good, start another one, start another one. It's like a millisecond difference. You don't try to start all of them at the same time, because it'll put like a shear load, not a shear load, it'll put a compression shock load on the booster, which is not ideal. That breaks things. And also you'll get resonant vibrations if you try to start all of them at the same time. Schnell. Reiske Schluss für Hafen. Schnell. Nein! Nein, nein, nein! Come on! Zipper! Hey, Ernok. Where are you going? What are you trying to... Where are you trying to go? Okay. Yeah, I have some Disney cars loaded into the game, Sneaky. So Cruella's car is around, see? Everybody wants to get out of this lane. Why? Oh, because of that on-ramp right there. That's why they're not merging into the right lane and they want to go into all the other lanes. So in this particular scenario, a smaller road actually might be a better solution. Let's just see what that does offhand. Let's see if the traffic picks up on it better this way. Sometimes impinging traffic like this definitely helps. I just want to see if it does. Yeah, so we have 3 lanes trying to get into 1, and then 1 lane going into 1 right there. Okay, that's no good. Alright, let's try it. This is a trick that you can do with this game. Do a recirculator loop. So, if I do something like that, this traffic's going to pick this up as a turning lane, and they should get out of this lane because they think it's a turning lane, or they'll do that. Sometimes they do that as well. I don't know why. Yeah, J-Speed, I'm not sure if that's going to work. We have to do a little bit more route analyzation here. Yeah, if they're doing that, that's no good, but here, let's try this. Ready? You'd be surprised. Sometimes stupid stuff like this does work. I basically fool the traffic into taking the right lane. Okay, so this pickup truck right here, where are you going? It's going into Intermission City, okay. All right. What about all these guys? Where are you going? That oil truck. That oil truck's going in there. There's going to be a documentary about Inspiration 4 on Netflix. Yeah, I saw that. That's really cool. I saw Jared tweet that this morning. All right, let's go back to the original way we had it. I think that might be the best flow, but the thing is we got different cars going in different areas here. Where is this guy trying to go? All right, what about the garbage truck? So the game's getting confused because of this on-ramp right here. There are, long story short, like people look at the traffic jams in this. I see this all the time. And this is why I don't use TMPE so much. Because people automatically look like, okay, so folks look at this and they say, oh, the game's broken. This is stupid. Why are they all, like, why don't they use the other lanes? Well, this is why I like going and looking at this. It helps me understand. Like, I know what I built here, but, you know, when you're driving on it, here, where we're going wrong is if somebody wants to get into the turning lane for that on-ramp, they're going to have to cross 2 lanes of traffic. J-Speed, you already saw it. You already saw exactly what I was talking about. So, we're getting a traffic cross right here. Like, see, that guy crossed the lanes. Where's that Jeep trying to go? Okay. That Jeep's trying to go down into the industrial part of World's Drive. Okay. Still across here. And the reason why it's still across is because the left 2 lanes right here, the game is reading this for the left 2 lanes right there. It's reading that for the left 2 lanes and reading that for the 3rd lane. And then right here, this ramp is for the 4th lane. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is how Cities does this. This lane right here is only, the AI only puts people in that lane that are trying to turn. They're trying to take this ramp. See? And that's where we're getting impingement. So what would be better is if we had another set of ramps, right? And we had a road that runs parallel here that merges in with this on-ramp. Traffic picks lanes really early, Ein. It does that on purpose. Because I guess the game takes into account that everybody might be paying attention, that's the part that's unrealistic. Oh, man, that's funny. All right, so here's what we'll do. Let me build a road. I'm going to build a road right here. A frontage road is what it's called. We'll build a frontage road right here next to the big one. Frontage roads are a really popular thing in Texas, actually. If you're from Texas, you know what I'm talking about. It's for high capacity roads. So they basically have an express lane, an express highway, and then there's another highway right next to it. It's a front road, or a frontage road. And what the frontage road does is it basically handles all the traffic that's going to the on-ramps. A frontage road in this particular instance is probably a good idea. Not probably, it is. It's what we need to make. So here, let's put in a frontage and let's see what happens. And I'm going to make this 2 lanes because it's gonna, I'm gonna take all the traffic from this lane that wants to get into the turning lane and all the traffic from this lane that wants to get in the turning lane, and I'm gonna make 2 ramps that go into the frontage road right there and see what it does. See, I like sitting here and problem solving. I don't just want to write this off as TMPE. I hate doing that. There's a reason why this is happening, and I want to understand the reason. And more often than not, I think the reason that this stuff happens, you know, people just write it off and say, oh, that's unrealistic. And that's fine. Like, you can play the game however you want. The way I enjoy playing the game is, I don't think that the developers screwed it up that bad. I mean, they have said that TMPE is probably a better solution, but I still think that they, you know, it's not the worst. Stock traffic isn't the worst thing in this game. Like, there was a sub in there from Fresh Mints. Good to see some City Skylines again. Thanks, man. I'm glad you guys like it. I wanted to play Cities. I wanted to do some little bit of variety streaming.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
All right, so The way you know that Cities wants a road like this right off the bat is if it automatically paths stuff to it. And it automatically did, which means there's going to be demand for this. Mink. 26 months. Alright. If there's going to be demand for this, here's how we're going to do it. Hang on, I gotta do some height matching here to make sure the bridge is a realistic height. There we go. And the reason why I made this 2 lanes is now because I have to have another road coming from here. Let's see if this makes it work. I hate how it does that. There we go. Now, let's see if cars path to this road. And don't get me wrong, I'll clean it up. Yep, see? Cars and trucks are immediately pathing to that road, which means that there was a demand for that. Now I just gotta take my ribbon and freaking fix it. Oh, jeez. Haven't played Cities in a while, but I still get... yeah, the 4-lane roads are... yeah, they get a little crazy. But once again, it's just route analyzation. Use your route analyzer tool. That's why they gave it to you. The route analyzer tool is one of my favorite things in the game. This guy right here. You could see what type of traffic is moving and where it's going. What type of traffic is moving to where and how. It's super freaking useful. Alright, ready? Can you do a throughway like the 271 in Northeast Ohio? I'm not familiar with the road, Ein, but of course I mean, I'm sure I could. Alright, let's see if that let up. They won't use the ramp so much because the speed is so low. I mean, the routing is disagreeing with you, Tessa. I mean, the better way to do this would just be to delete that right there and then force them to take that way. There's nobody that's going down here is going to miss that or this. So... honestly, the right way to do this would be... pick up on the curve, make it nice and easy. There we go. Hey, Spoon. Is the traffic still at 84? It was, yeah, of course. Yeah, it went down a little bit. It's probably because I'm messing with the roads so much. It doesn't like it when you mess with the roads in real time like this. All right. Now that should alleviate traffic jam to an extent. It's not going to be perfect. And once these cars across here, then this is free to empty. And now that this road is splitting the traffic here, you're getting less likely merging here, and then this should empty out here. This right here is just the cars driving across like that is just the car, the AI just understanding the updated roads. It just takes a second. Undo, because now that 4-lane road has no way to go there. Yeah, but both of these lead from that, both of them come from that 4-lane road. Gorilla, don't worry about it. I just took that ramp and I just shifted it down here. That's all. I made that's called a frontage road. That's what it's called. And if I wanted to, I could make a ramp coming back in here. Like we could make the ramp go here if we wanted additional frontage, but that's not a good idea. That just basically undoes what we just did. So now we shifted that merging problem down here. So these cars, you guys are the ones that are trying to literally merge across 3 lanes. Why? Where are you going? Okay. All right. So first thing that we can do is make this into a left turn lane like that. See how I've changed the indicators to turning instead? That sometimes that fixes it. See, instead of being a straight thing, they read it as a turning lane, and changing the arrows here is like messing with TMPE. TMPE does the same thing. And now that they realize it's a turning lane, they won't try to merge. They shouldn't try to merge across 3 lanes. Let's see what the total read is on the input. Yep. A lot of cars use these roads. Okay, now we're running into problems over here. The solution is to widen this out for the on-ramp, so we still have 2 lanes merging. This way we have 2 lanes to connect into this piece right here, and then 1 lane for the turning lane. That should give us a little bit more bandwidth here. Should. Would it be better to have 1 lane merging? A double lane merge? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes impingement does fix it. I mean, we could try it.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Kickning, Mary Submiss. Thank you. Has our traffic flow gone up? Yeah, it went up to 82 from 80. Okay, we're getting there. We're still getting a little bit of an issue over here. You need a nap, Bree? Yeah. Yeah, these frontage ramps really helped. They helped alleviate the flow of traffic, but we still got a little bit of an issue over here. It's not the worst, and it looks like switching it from 1 to 2 lanes, actually impinging it really made it worse. I wasn't here for all the city streams. What does the city circle look like again? How did you plan it out? Did you build it So I built the city. I built this over here, Duber. I built out Intermission City, and then see temp housing and broad apartments. I built this area over here, and then I built the highway, and I built this out, and then built this out, and then once we got here, I slowly brought each kind of plate you know, the entrance complex, the industrial complex, and then EPCOT itself. I slowly rolled out each one of these things, and then when we started zoning residential out here, I started taking away. The city used to be all up in here. There we go. Looking good. Traffic flow. 83. I looked into it, Loopy. It seems fun. That's a lot of traffic. Where are those vehicles coming from? All over the place, Space Coyote. What I like to do, and this is just how I play, I like to put all of my traffic onto one highway to get in and out of a spot. Don't get me wrong, I still have multiple ways. There's still multiple ways to get in, right? But this is the main road. This is the main way to get into EPCOT. And that leads into a kind of a bigger building philosophy that I have, is that I force my traffic to, if you want to get anywhere useful, you go onto the highway, right? Which is how that works in real life. In any city, I mean, if you're... Oh, excuse me. That's the Space News, Jans. If you're traveling long distances, that's the way to do that. You want to go long distances. You on the highway with a car, if you're going to travel long distances. I mean, or you take the train, which I'm working on, right? But yeah, I force trucks and cars onto highways if they want to get somewhere, get to another destination. And that way my traffic problems are basically on one road if I have them at all. And it's really easy to fix it. Tessa, it's immediately figuring it out. It just takes a second for all the traffic to understand the changes, but it'll immediately recognize it. The route analyzation tool says so. And see, now we have no impingement here. Actually, the less expensive way to do this would be to make this back to 2-lane roads and switch that to a 1-laner, but it's working right now, so I'm not going to mess with it. I mean, look at this road. This road has tons of cars traveling on it. It's a 4-lane road that's almost completely saturated. If you're, like with EPCOT, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'll just build whatever. I'll build it because it looks nice. But whenever I build a city, you can get 2-lane roads. Like, okay, 4-lane roads cost twice as much as 2-lane roads. They cost twice as much to maintain. Why? Because there's 2 more lanes. If you can get a high-flow 2-lane road working, do it. Like, look at these highways over here. These highways are 2-lane roads. They're working just fine. That's actually a 2-lane boulevard. But I'll use 2-lane highways until I absolutely have to use a bigger highway. Oh. Yeah. There's always a traffic problem here. That's because this is left over from a bunch of other things. Yeah, I only use the big roads if I absolutely have to. Like, this is a 3-lane road. That's perfectly fine for that amount of traffic. But this is the road that goes into EPCOT. It goes into EPCOT and it goes into the industrial sector. So how I set this up is that the highway, this highway right here, if you notice, a vast majority of my trucks are going on this highway because that's the only way to get to my industrial area over here. I'm separating trucks from cars just kind of by design. Most of the cars, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some cars going down there, but most of the cars are going over here and most of the trucks are going over here. And then over here, most of the trucks come out of here and most of the cars come from over here. The reason why is because, once again, they're split. I have these roads going to the places where the trucks need to go, and then the roads that are above ground are going to the places where the cars want to go. That is something that Walt Disney and the guys that designed EPCOT did come up with. They kept trucks away from cars because trucks cause traffic. And for any truckers, you know that cars screw you up when you're driving because they like to pull in front of you and step on the brakes because they're not paying attention. Not entirely realizing that there's like a 4-ton metal box coming up behind you that really is hard to slow down because of this thing called momentum. So, yeah, I like to I separate it out. I don't necessarily do the truck-car separation thing with every city, but I do the highway stuff where you split, where you have high bandwidth highways in necessary spots. 4-ton, ha ha ha. Try 40-ton. Yeah, 40-ton trucks too, sure. I mean, you guys missed the point, but that's fine. Pick your mass that you like. See last. So every couple miles there is a 1 mile straight away So every couple miles there's a 1 mile straight away for a makeshift runway for aircraft like they did in the Cold War a lot in Florida. That's just a coincidence, dude. Bunny! 3-month resub. What kind of train system, not monorail, do you have in this? I have train tracks going through here, and the train tracks are actually on a railroad bed that went through the area where there was a rail line that went through the area where Disney World originally was. You can actually still see the remnants of the right-of-way. It was there in the 1800s and into the early 1900s because there was a lot of logging going on in Florida, in Central Florida in the 1800s, and my railroad track, the regular train, is mostly used for moving freight around, and it follows that sawmill line. If we go in, we can go into Google Earth, and it's 4 o'clock, guys, so we should start Space News. But so this is the last thing I'll show you. Who needs runways when you have a Harrier? Jets that break the sound barrier, Demon, is the answer to that question. If you go in and take a look, so here's Disney World, right? And here's where my EPCOT is. And once again, I copied the USGS. So if you look, see the lines right there? I have those lines up here, see? I ended up carving out the property line there, so to speak. See what I'm doing right there? You can follow it. It's right there. And the train line, the right-of-way is very easy to spot right here. You see, there was a siding right here, and then there was multiple tracks. You can still see where the right-of-way was, right there for a sawmill. It was for a logging train, and then the train tracks went up through here where these resorts are, and this is where my entrance center is right there. World's Drive is where it should be. World's Drive is pretty much exactly where it should be in my design. World's Drive is the main road. So like we're looking at right here. This is where World's Drive kind of is right now. It goes up here and it curves that way. That's where it should have been. It's very close. But the train line went over here, and then right where it entered into the Reedy Creek Swamp, it takes a left. And that lefter is right... Once again, you can still see the right-of-way. It's right there. See it? Heck, the bridge is still even there. I don't know why that bridge would still be there. Who knows how old that thing actually is. But you can see it, like, you can see the parking lot. This parking lot is a very weird shape because it builds up to the right-of-way, and the right-of-way doesn't go any further. Right-of-way is the spot where train tracks are. And then the track would have gone up here, and then it would have taken a left right where Blizzard Beach is. There's Blizzard Beach, and then see, you can still see it. There's the right-of-way. And then the track went over here. It would have crossed through where the Animal Kingdom is. And then it goes out here, and then the track, the right-of-way picks up over here. You can still kind of see it with the photogrammetry right there. So that's where the trains are. They're based off, it's based off of an old logging line. And that logging line would have connected in, it would have gone down here and connected into Intercession City, which is down here. And if you go down and look at Intercession City, there's a train track. And then if you look even more, if you go down here, where are the power lines? Hold on. Power lines. There's a set of power lines that follow it where the railroad tracks went a long time ago. This was like 150 years ago almost. They went up through here, and yeah, once again, this is the most apparent spot where you can see the right-of-way. See it right there? There's trees that are cut in a very, very particular shape. Yep. That might have been it. This might have been the right-of-way. They put the... maybe they put the power lines on the railroad right-of-way, which makes sense because it's solid terrain. But if you look, those power lines lead right to... oh yeah, there was definitely railroad tracks here. Another way you could tell where railroad tracks were is that the roads usually follow them in weird shapes. See, like, why have this road diagonal? Why? Well, that doesn't make any sense. And then why have it diagonal and then cross right here to whatever this is? Because it crossed train tracks. And then, see, that leads right into where the railroad tracks were at one point. And I don't know how they connected it all in. I don't even know if the railroad tracks were there. The railroad tracks might have been over here. But, yeah, see? But yeah, that's, once again, I followed United States Geological Survey terrain to make this map. And I noticed that there was train tracks on it. And then when I made the map, I made it as a train connection. So it follows where it should, where real railroad tracks should be. And this was a logging line. I did a little bit of homework there. Wait, is this a VOD? Yep. Handed to me, love my brain, thank you. And then this is I-4, and then I forget what that road is. I think I X'd out of Google Earth. I think it's SR 512. 417 rolls into it if you know the area. Where's that intersection? Here we go. Let me turn the ROADs on. 530. SR 530 and I-4. That's that interchange right there. And Disney paid to upgrade it a little while back. But if you look at the original one, that's not what I want to tab to. See?